Shalom, welcome back. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glories, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. I want to say double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and salutations to you brothers that's pushing his work in sincerity and in truth. This is going to be a quick lesson dealing with basically how automation automation is coming, all right? Automation is coming. And how automation is basically going to destroy this economy, man. It's going to lead to civil unrest. All right. So there's something called universal basic income that Esau is going to have to, deploy when automation really takes off. Okay. Now, they show you a lot of things in these television shows and in these movies. And I've recently been watching a show on the Amazon Prime app or whatever called The Expanse. Now, this is about outer space, this show. But when they talk about Earth in the future, they talk about everybody getting a stipend, which is basically a version of universal basic income, because there's no work, there's no employment. There's nothing for people to do. And that's what's coming with the rise of automation. All right. Now it says robot to worker ratios are rising rapidly in factories around the world. And they give you a bunch of different places, man. Korea, Japan, Germany were 4.7 robots per 100 workers. And then Japan 3, Germany 2, United States 1.6, all the way to China, right? It says as their numbers grow, the cost of their implementation shrinks, meaning you got the technology and then you're going to have the costs meet the technology, meaning it's going to be more and more affordable, like flat screen TVs, cell phones, things like this is coming down in price. But these robots and automation is eventually here to replace the workers, man. All right. Now, just because you might be in a job that might not be hit automation first, it doesn't mean you still won't be affected, because automation and joblessness will affect everybody. Now, I've been dealing in the truck industry for a very long time, so I'll speak on that industry. Now, I'm in a kind of a niche industry, and if you drive trucks, you have the typical over-the-road driver that drive the tractor trailer, which I started out doing that, where basically you just go from dock to dock, regardless if it's all 50 states, Midwest, dedicated, shuttle driving, drop and hook, whatever. A lot of brothers start off doing that, but I find myself in a local gig where I might deliver something, but then I'm installing things. I'm doing a lot of detail-oriented things, which you just can't have a robot come in and do. People still have to do. But where that would still affect me is when they lay off all these tractor-trailer drivers who basically just go from dock to dock and the warehouse unloads them. You're going to have those truck drivers out of a job, and they're going to be in the market looking for work. So they might flood into my sector doing what? Bringing down wages. So if my company see that, hey, instead of a couple people that got my qualifications, all right, or with CDLs, you got endorsements. A couple of people got that. Now I have floods of people got that. And guess what? I don't got to pay me what they're paying me. They can pay, another guy half that rate, and he'll be dying to do it. So that's also going to apply to many other sectors when automation hits. It says the developing world is most at risk, right? And they give you Ethiopia, China, India, Nepal, El Salvador. And then it says the developed world isn't much better off, which America would be considered the developed world. And they give you a whole bunch of different states, man. 53% of jobs at risk, 47% of jobs at risk, New York, so on and so forth, man. So these are big numbers, man. And it's going to affect everything. Crime. All right. Crime is going to go through the damn roof. All right. And basically, 2nd Ezra 15 is going to come into play. Now, let me just read through this, jump around. And like I said, I'm going to keep this short. This second Ezra is 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord power, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Right? Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Because a lot of people don't get this truth, so guess what? They scoff. A lot of people can't see these times coming, so guess what? They scoff. So don't let their unbelief stop you from believing in what these prophecies say. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord power, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right? Now let me jump down to verse 11. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the power shall bring upon it. So this and that is a correlation, because once these people out here lose their jobs, lose their careers, lose their wages, lose their, what do they call that? Lose their standard of living to automation. Guess what? Civil unrest is going to happen, man. Which is going to lead into martial law, which is going to lead to a breakdown in many government agencies, which is going to lead to, like I said, all out civil unrest out here, man. A lot of death, a lot of poverty. A lot of people is not going to know where to turn. Let's keep going. It says the problem is bigger than manufacturing. It says insurance so even white collar jobs are at risk. 99% of insurance underwriter, farm labor, construction, fast food, truck driver, mail carrier, jobs are at risk. Right? It says a universal basic income is a fixed amount at a level sufficient for subsistence given by the state or all its citizens regardless of income or work status. So, some places have already tried rolling this out, and you can go look this up if you want to really get more into it. But this thing is going to come at a cost, man. Because guess what? When they roll this thing out, as far as getting rid of food stamps, getting rid of, these benefit packages, and give out this basic income, the government is gonna come at a cost, because eventually they're gonna have something known as a mark of the beast, which they're gonna put these things on, put these credits on, this income on, because when they roll this out, people are gonna be desperate. So that's another way that the mark of the beast can be implemented. Let's go back to the scriptures. It says, let's jump down. 2 Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And all this written about in 2 Ezra 15 is something that could simply come from automation, man, and having to bring in a new system, right? Having to bring in a new system, man. It says it is already being implemented. National conversations, feasibility studies, and trial projects are currently being undertaken in the Netherlands, Kenya, India, Switzerland, Finland, France, and among others. So you look at France, Switzerland, and some of these are places where people got some money, man. And they're already doing trial runs, because this is a looming reality, so you can understand. Alaska, then they got the different stories about each hell, they even dug up Martin Luther King and put him up here for proponents of UBI, right? So this is from Futurism is who put this out, but you can go check this out. I just wanted to bring this out, let you know, man, that We're living in interesting times, and get ready, man. Get ready and be very prudent out here, man. Knowing that a lot of these jobs we working is no longer going to be around, right? So understand how to grow food, understand how to get back to living in nature, understand how to make things work and stretch, man. Because we finna go through the ringer. All right, I'm just putting that out there. Hope this will help some brothers. I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to you. How about you, Yahweh Shai? Shalom the next time.